You even serious? What? Look at her. Oh my god.
I'm so happy.
Oh my god.
She looks so good.
Finally.
What?
Deve aprire sotto.
I love it so much.
Why do we have to get up so early today?
Because I have to promote my album. Because I really want it to do good. But I'm on 3 hours of sleep.
There are evenings that redefine lives in an instant. And for Selena Gomez, the acclaimed singer, actress, and producer, one such evening recently sent shockwaves through her world and far beyond. Waking to startling news, fans everywhere learned that Selena had been urgently taken to the hospital following an unforeseen health scare. And just as her supporters tried to process this, another revelation surfaced that intensified the global buzz. Selena Gomez was expecting a child. How did events unfold that night? What transpired behind hospital doors? And what does this development hold for Selena's future career and personal life? Here's a look inside the intense hours, her mother's emotional response, and the outpouring of global support that ensued. For most, it was an unremarkable Wednesday, but for Selena and her inner circle, it became unforgettable. People close to her shared that Selena hadn't been feeling well for several days. Meetings had been canceled. She was resting at home, attributing her symptoms to exhaustion from her relentless work ethic and packed calendar. Nevertheless, as the evening progressed, her discomfort escalated. She began to feel dizzy and complained of stomach pain, which led her assistant to contact Selena's mother, Mandy Teefey, without delay. Mandy, always the vigilant parent, rushed to her daughter's home, her concern mounting with every minute. It soon became clear that the situation was urgent and Selena required medical care. The trip to the hospital was fraught with tension, Selena appearing frail and struggling to speak. Mandy, fighting back her own tears, tried to reassure her daughter, though the anxiety on her face was unmistakable. For Mandy, who had watched her daughter battle public health crises before, the situation was terrifying. At Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, a facility often visited by celebrities, Selena was quickly taken in by the medical team. Doctors ordered tests and closely monitored her vital signs. Mandy waited anxiously, her thoughts racing through endless scenarios. The deep bond between Selena and Mandy was apparent to everyone present. Mandy has stood by her daughter through heartbreak, illness, and the roller coaster of fame. Witnesses recalled seeing Mandy sobbing in the hospital's waiting area, her face drawn with worry, tears streaming as she pleaded with staff to help Selena. A member of the hospital staff mentioned hearing Mandy repeatedly ask the team to ensure Selena's safety, her voice trembling with fear. Subscribe for more exclusive updates on Selena Gomez's journey. As Selena's medical team worked to stabilize her, they sought answers for her troubling symptoms. Selena has always been candid about her health, having shared her fight with lupus, the critical kidney transplant she received, and her mental health struggles. Fans and observers feared this episode was linked to her earlier medical history. After a thorough series of tests, the atmosphere in the hospital shifted when doctors returned with an unexpected explanation. The symptoms, nausea, dizziness, stomach pain, were typical of early pregnancy, and a routine blood test confirmed it. Selena Gomez, at 31, was pregnant with her first child. When the doctor relayed this news, the room fell into a stunned silence. Selena, still physically drained, was in disbelief. Mandy, already raw with emotion, was overcome with relief and happiness, crying tears of joy this time. Sources reported that Mandy immediately embraced Selena, and the two spent several minutes hugging, weeping, and sharing the magnitude of the news. Mandy's feelings ranged from relief and gratitude to the inevitable concern that any mother would feel about the future. Before long, the news spread rapidly across social media platforms. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok exploded with messages of both shock and delight. Fans expressed their concern for Selena's health, recalling her previous ordeals, while others celebrated the prospect of her becoming a mother. Messages of support, congratulations, and emotional reflections on Selena and Mandy's bond poured in from around the world. Many highlighted Selena's resilience, Since her early days as a Disney Channel actress to her emergence as a chart-topping musician and outspoken mental health advocate, she has consistently demonstrated an ability to overcome adversity. Selena has not yet commented publicly, but sources say she is taking time to process the news in private. Those close to her describe her as overwhelmed yet happy, relying on her closest friends and family for support and choosing to keep this early stage of pregnancy away from the spotlight. Subscribe if you want the latest news as Selena's story develops. In the midst of the excitement, questions swirled about how the pregnancy would affect Selena's career. With multiple projects underway, including new music and her ongoing executive production role for Only Murders in the Building, the entertainment industry began to speculate. Industry insiders suggested that the pregnancy was unlikely to slow Selena down. If anything, it might lead to new creative inspiration. One producer pointed out that Selena's authenticity has always been her strength, and if she decided to draw from her experiences with motherhood in her music, it could result in some of her most compelling work ever. Additionally, Selena's advocacy for mental health and self-care could become even more significant as she embarks on this journey. Fans have already begun speculating about a possible documentary chronicling her experience through pregnancy and motherhood. For Selena, this moment is more than a medical event. It represents a turning point. She has spoken in interviews about wanting happiness, living life on her own terms, and giving back however she can. Motherhood now appears to be the next phase of that vision. Friends say Selena is both excited and realistic about the challenges to come. She started researching prenatal health, scheduling appointments, and preparing for the months ahead. Perhaps the most touching element of this story is the immense support Selena and her family have received. Her fans, the Selenators, along with peers from the industry, have responded with overwhelming positivity. Messages from celebrities like Taylor Swift, Demi Lovato, and former Disney Channel colleagues have come flooding in, each echoing encouragement and anticipation for Selena's new chapter. "You're going to be an amazing mom," one message read. "Your strength and kindness inspire us all." As Selena Gomez steps into this new stage of her life, she does so surrounded by love, encouragement, and hope. The events of that unforgettable night serve as a reminder of the fragility of life, the power of family, and the resilience of one of entertainment's brightest stars. For now, Selena is focused on her health and the journey ahead, and her millions of fans are eagerly waiting for her next move. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest on Selena Gomez and other major celebrity news.